What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to another video, and we are here again with the S2000. Right now we are going to do 5 things I hate about my Honda S2000. So you guys know that I am obsessed with these cars, especially when they're modified, and it would be stupid for me to do a video right now on 5 things I love about it, because obviously this car is just like, I love everything about it for the most part. But these are going to be 5 little minuscule things that I don't like about the Honda S2000. And this is going to be based off of me driving the car as a daily driver. It is my one and only car. It's my project car. It's my daily. This is from that perspective. Again, just a side note, it's not like I'm complaining about any of these things. They're just some things that I've noted that they're rough living with as a daily driver. And I do realize this is a sports car and it's not intended to be a car that you use as a practical daily driver. So these are just very small things that I've noticed with the car. It's hard to find things that I don't like about it, but there are a couple things that have definitely kind of gotten on my nerves. So these are going to be the 5 things that I do not like about my 2004 Honda S2000. Alright, so for my first gripe about the Honda S2000, we're actually going to have to get into the car here and put the top back up, because this is one thing that I don't like about driving this car with the top up. So we're just going to go ahead and throw it up really quick. And we're good. So this is the first thing. This right here, this general area, is the biggest blind spot I have ever experienced driving a car. So when you're in the car and you go to switch a lane, you have to either stick your whole head out of the window to see if there's a car there. You try to use this mirror, but it can't really see anything more than like 3 feet to the side of you. So if you're trying to pass a car that is, 6 feet back and you can't see it, this right here just makes it 1,000 times harder. So the blind spots in this car when the top is up is just really bad. And obviously that's the thing you're gonna get with a Roadster and having a convertible top and no back windows, no back seats, is you're gonna get these blind spots. Put this top back down. Sweet. Now, this is gonna sound very stupid, but this is one thing as a daily driver that I don't like, is this excuse for a cup holder. I realize it's a cubby. I don't even think it's technically a cup holder. See, like, what is that? I don't even know what I just pushed out. Weird. I don't know what that is. But you have a step down in this cup holder here. They're squares, so they don't even fit actual cups and secure them. It's more of just a cubby. It's so hard to actually have things stay in here. My phone, if you put it upright like that in drive, ends up falling backwards. It's just a mess of a unit itself, and it's not even really a designated cup holder. When you try to shift, your arm just wants to lay down right here and shift, but when there's cups and bottles and things, you kind of have to snake your way around and actually use a shifter here, and it's a really bad design. Now, I do realize this is such a minuscule thing, and but this is just the second gripe I have about this car. Now, a lot of these gripes are gonna be from inside the cabin. There's not a lot of things on the outside that I'm too concerned about with the stock S2000. Performance-wise, you know what you're getting right when you get the car. It's not even like I can complain about the power, so I'm not even gonna go there. These are just very small things, mostly inside the cabin. This next one is for tall people. You cannot fit in an S2000 for the most part. If you're over 6'2", I would recommend looking at a different car. I'm about 5'10", 5'11" with shoes on, and this car is still very small for me. So I do like to sit back a little bit, but for me to do that with these seats, there's not a lot of space between the backing and the seat. So in order to do that, you have to pull the seat forward and then lean back. Sounds stupid, but when you really do it and you get into the car, your knee finds hitting this top part a lot. Same with this side. So your knees here don't have a lot of room, and between the steering wheel and the actual column here, there's not a ton of room between that either. So if you're driving the car long distance, it's kind of an uncomfortable situation, and you kind of just have to sit upright, legs extended, and that way you don't feel very claustrophobic in the car. I couldn't imagine having a cage here with a bar that goes down and blocks this leg room here, because your leg's going to be hitting the cage. You can't even really move your legs if there's a cage here. That is a future plan, if you guys are wondering, is to do that 6-point cage that goes down to the floorboard, but that is just, I can't even imagine that, but we have to suffer for race car life. So we'll see once we get the cage in, but that's the third gripe, is the leg room in here is not the best. Now, getting outside of the car here, this is going to be the next gripe. Granted, these doors are a little old, so I'm assuming the hinges probably are a little rusty. They're not oiled up. The doors creak on their own, but what I think is kind of weird and interesting is that these back seats creak. Now, you do need full body weight to really make it creak, so it's not doing it so much right now, but the leather on leather makes this crunching, creaking noise that when you're driving, it kind of messes up the whole feng shui of the car. A lot of these parts, being a Honda, are actually very well built. The quality is good. There's not a lot of creaks in the car besides the top, but these seats, leather on leather, there's just a really bad noise that it makes, and that has to be my fourth gripe, is that these seats definitely are not the way to go. I would like to change these out with something cloth, like a bride seat, possibly Braun, maybe get a sponsorship somehow through them. But yeah, leather on leather was not the way to go, and that's gonna be the fourth gripe. Now, if you've stuck with me this far in all my complaining about this car, and this is for all general S2000s, my car specifically has a ton of issues with it, so I'm not even gonna go into those. This is just for every S2000 that you're gonna find, is these are going to be some of the issues that I just don't like about this car. This last one, the fifth and final gripe that I have about this car, I'm not actually sure if this is all S2000s or if this is just mine, but the clutch. So it might just be the clutch pedal and there might need to be an adjustment with it, but at the very bottom of the clutch, it likes to stick and grab and then just let go. And it makes it hard if you don't know how to drive stick at all, or if you're transitioning from a manual car to this one and you're used to that one like I was with the Mustang, then it's very easy to stall, or almost stall. So when you push it in, it snaps out, and then sometimes it just doesn't grab. And that might be just my car and it having an old clutch, or the clutch pedal. There's just something wrong with the mechanism, but it likes to grab at the bottom and then just completely release, and it makes it kind of a hard driving experience when you are in traffic or just driving around town, honestly. So that's gonna be the fifth and final gripe for this car. There's not a ton of stuff that I don't like about it. These are very minuscule things, and I'm not complaining in any way. They're just something to note. So that is going to be the 5 things that I hate about my 2004 Honda S2000. If you guys have any questions, just comment down below. Hit that subscribe button. We are trying to grow the channel back up again. So much more content coming up for this car. I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.